Hello guys, welcome back. I know last week I didn't end up putting out one of these videos, and that's because I had some technical difficulties. So I had actually prepared this whole layout that you guys are seeing right here, which by the way, let me know what you guys think about this layout. I like it, but if it's too much, let me know and I can maybe try to remove some of the text or something. I don't know, but I had this whole layout that I was pretty excited about last week. I hit record, I recorded the whole thing, but then I don't know what happened, but my microphone was not recording any audio. And so I had the video with no audio. I was thinking about just doing a whole voiceover, but it would have looked awkward. Voiceover wouldn't have synced well with the visuals that you guys would see here in the top right. So I just decided to hold off last week. And this week I'm gonna be doing a 2-week statue update. So we're gonna be looking over basically all the statues that were announced or that went up for pre-order April 3rd to April 16th. And again, these are just statues that are shared on my Discord. I'm not gonna go over every statue because there is just way too much, but these are some that I think my viewers are interested, people on my Discord are interested in, and just things that I think you guys would like to see. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started because we have a lot to go over today. Alright, so first up we got Burning Wind Itachi. Again, Burning Wind's just knocking it out of the park with all of these statue concepts. So we have him in his Akatsuki cloak. The last Itachi that I showed off here, he was actually not in his Akatsuki cloak. So if you guys prefer him in the Akatsuki cloak, this one might be the one for you. It does also come bundled in with just a bunch of stuff from the anime. So we have him right there. Then we have his crows also with the Sharingan. We have this part right here, this stone. I'm not too sure what that is. Maybe one of you guys that are more into Naruto, I know my man Hit might be able to tell me what this is, but I personally don't know. Then we have some pictures here showing off the Susanoo, just how big it is, some of the snakes, and we can also see what the LED effect will look like, which I'm actually a fan of this visual style of LEDs. I don't know, I think it looks pretty cool, and it's also pretty big. If I zoom in here, it's about 48 centimeters, which if I pull out the calculator, 48 divided by 2.54, it's about 19 inches, which is pretty big. That's over 1.5 feet, so that's pretty crazy. Me personally, if I didn't already have armored Susanoo Itachi on the way, I probably would have pre-ordered this one, but unfortunately I won't be getting this one just because I already have another one on the way. And I do think that the one that's coming does pair up good with another statue that I have as well. So yeah, I won't be getting this one, but I do recommend you guys check it out in case you guys are in the market for an Itachi. You do also get an extra right here, this Orochimaru, which I don't know how you get him. I think he's just included in every statue pre-order because they don't mention it. They don't mention it in any of the listings, which quickly if we go over to FNC, today I'm going to be showing you guys some of the other shops that I shop in. So FNC, Fanatic Anime Store, this is one of the shops that I do shop in pretty often, but yeah, right here you can, like none of the description says that it includes, oh, I take that back. So right here it just says replace hand, and you do get a free gift, a ring and an Orochimaru bust, light effect, base, and weapon. So yeah, I guess it might just be included with every statue pre-order. But here you guys can take a look at the price. For the full payment, you are looking at $455 plus shipping. This one looks like a big one, so I would estimate at least half of the cost of the statue for shipping just to be safe. But yeah, FNC is great. I've been using them since I basically started collecting. I know some people, like if you go on Facebook and stuff, they will tell you to be cautious when using them. In the past, some people have had some issues, and I have seen issues come up lately where they do cancel pre-orders if you don't pay the invoice on time, so you will lose your deposit. So that's just one thing with them is communication. As long as you do things, but I think as long as you do pay for your invoice on time and stuff like that, I think you should be okay. I personally have never had any issues with them, and I hope I don't because they do offer some of the best shipping prices. So yeah, and here are just some of the options that you get when paying. So you can either pay everything up front. You could either pay the deposit right now, which is $155, and then you'll pay the rest plus shipping once the statue is ready to ship. And then this option right here, if you just want to pay for it over time, that way when shipping does come, all you have to worry about is shipping. Then you can just do a payment plan, or it's split up into however many payments. It kind of tells you right here. All right, so here it tells you how they split it up. So the deposit will be $155 plus these $100 every month. So all right, next up we got Chikara Studio. They are coming up with a girls line for Attack on Titan. And the first one that they're releasing is kind of weird. They're doing Pieck finger. I would have chosen Mikasa because she's one of the more popular ones, and I do really like Mikasa, so I would have liked to see her first. But they did decide to start with Pieck, and this is technically from a scene in the anime. I do remember her sort of leaning on the chair like that. But lately they've been doing some amazing work with Attack on Titan statues. Not only that, they do great Naruto statues and just great work overall. So they are a pretty well-known studio among statue collectors. And you know that the quality will be pretty decent for this one. So even though it looks pretty simple, the price also does reflect that. She does come in at $200, which is kind of in the lower end from their statues. Their statues are usually priced pretty high. They usually have a lot more going on. They're grander in scale. This one's a little bit more simple, and I do think that the quality is going to be nice. I personally don't think I'll be getting her right now. I do kind of want to get like a girl display for all of the AOT girls. I would like to get her, Mikasa, Annie, Historia, all the main girls. But I kind of want to see what they do next. I want to see if all of these will actually complement each other. There was another studio, Rosa Studio, who is actually doing a really great line. But that one is NSFW. But man, I was so close to getting them. But those were priced pretty high just because when you're in the NSFW market, those statues, you know, are usually priced pretty high just because of all of the extras that you get and stuff like that. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to keep an eye on this one and see what they do for the other girls. All right, here is Claymore, a Claymore statue. I wanted to share this one because I am actually currently reading Claymore. I'm really loving it. I think it's a really fun series. There's a lot of action. So who knows, I may end up adding 1 or 2 Claymore statues in the future, but I did really like this one. This is just a concept, so it's just 2D art, but it looks pretty good. I like the swords here. I like how Claire looks. Even though, again, this one's taking more of a realistic look. They also did definitely enhance her assets right there. But I don't mind that. I don't mind. I think it looks really good. And I don't know what this is going on back here. Some sort of ice display. I don't know. That might be Teresa, but I'm not too sure. There's 2 of them. I don't know who they could be, but it does look pretty cool. From that same studio, though, this one did already go up for pre-order. And this is a Teresa. Again, enhancing those assets. I also love the way these wings look. I think they did a really great job with that. I haven't seen Teresa with these wings. In fact, this is kind of spoilers because where I'm at in the story, she's not around. So, I don't know. But the base looks cool. Oh, I didn't even notice this. We have 2 little miniature statues right here. I don't know who they could be, to be honest. Some of the names. I haven't read Claymore for like 2 weeks now. So I kind of forgot some of the names of the girls, but here's a close-up of the side profile. And here's another view from the bottom. And if we go to FNC Studio, there are a few different options for her. So we got the regular version, which comes in at $759. Wow, so that price you were saying before, $259 would be the deposit. But if you're looking for the full payment, it's $759. So I won't be going for these just because that's a little bit too much for a series that I just like. I don't particularly love it. It's not one of my favorite things that I've read in the world, but that's a pretty high price point. But if you do enjoy Claymore, you might be more interested. There is also an EX version, which I believe is cast off, so you can't take off all of her clothes. They usually do explain it down here. All right, nope, no explanation down here, but yeah, I'm assuming that the EX version is the cast off version. If I'm not mistaken, though, I believe there was 2 versions for this. There was a 1/6 and a 1/4. I didn't see that here with FNC, so I could be wrong about that. All right, moving on, we're going into some Hunter x Hunter statues. Anytime there's a Hunter x Hunter statue showed off on my Discord, I'm absolutely going to show it off. So here is a bust. This is by Taka Corp. They have done a bust before. I believe they did a Hisoka, which was honestly really nice. I would have actually liked to have that one, even though I'm not a fan of bust. So you guys probably already know that by this point, but I won't be adding this one to the collection because of that. Plus, it is licensed, and this bust comes in. It came out at around like $750, $800 licensed, but it did already sell out. So if you go to the website, here's the official website for Taka Corp, Gone Hunter x Hunter. It was 750 euros. Which, doing a quick Google conversion, comes out to about $810. But this one was actually pretty limited. I believe they limited it to 300 pieces. Yeah, so it says here, limited edition to 300 copies. It was a 1:1 scale. Here are the dimensions in case you guys were interested in that. So unfortunately, if you didn't pick it up directly from this website, you can find it in other places, but it will be slightly more expensive. One example that I just found quickly was here at Big Bad Anime Toy Store. They are usually pretty good. The pricing here is $1,099. This does include shipping. If you guys aren't familiar with Big Bad Toy Store, they do have a flat rate shipping for $4. So this is technically the full price plus $4 for this bust, which I believe Taka Corp doesn't include shipping, so you will probably be looking at a minimum like $150 to $200 for shipping on that one. So it's not too much of a difference, maybe a $100 to $150 price hike. So if you are interested in this one, here would be one option for you to pick it up. All right, and continuing with the Hunter x Hunter statues, this is a WCF figure, which you guys know I'm a fan of as well. So I love WCF and I love Hunter x Hunter, and I also really like Hisoka. He's one of my favorite characters in Hunter x Hunter. So this one was a definite pickup for me. And if you guys also like this character, I would suggest picking it up because right now on Favorite GK, he is about 80 bucks. For WCF, I usually go with Favorite GK. I believe that's the only place I have seen him too. But yeah, 80 bucks plus shipping, you might be looking at around $35. So in total, this one will be slightly over $100. But yeah, I really like it. I like this pose. I like the little pink resin effects, clear resin effects. I like the face, and overall, I think it's a pretty good piece. So yeah, if you guys are a fan of Hisoka, I'd consider adding this one to your collection. And look at this guy right here. We have cute little Eren being held up by the mirror, and he looks super happy, unlike how we saw him in this last season. But yeah, this is actually an extra. I believe you had to order him pretty early on to be able to get that, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I think he looks super cute. And this statue right here, they call it the Full Lifetime of Eren by Joy Station, which is another well-known studio amongst the community. This is a 1/7 scale, and you do have the dimensions right here if you guys were interested in taking a look at that. But yeah, here's the base. I think the base looks really cool. We have different forms of Eren right here. Although honestly, I don't recognize this version right here. Is that Eren? I don't know. The ears definitely look like it's an Attack Titan, but I've never seen this version of Eren or the Attack Titan. So yeah, I'm confused as to what that is. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, they call this one the Full Lifetime of Eren, and you can see right here why. We had a baby version of Eren up here with Ymir holding it. And then we have all the different, like the kid version, teenage Eren, post-time skip Eren, and shirtless Eren for everyone who loved that scene. But yeah, overall, I think it's pretty cool. You get a lot of statues in one. I do kind of like it when they do this because if you were to just get one statue of a series you love, it would probably be something like this where you can have all different versions of the character that you love. So if that's what you're looking for, this might be a good option for you. So we're looking at the Dream of Anime website. This website, I do have a code with them. If you guys do want to shop with them, you can get 5% off using the code Elite Collector 5%. The E and the C are capitalized. So it's a good option. I've recently been purchasing with them as well. I haven't had anything shipped to me yet, so if you guys want to wait until I have items actually shipped to me, I'll let you guys know how that all goes once I get my first statue with them. But personally, from my communications with them, they seem very trustworthy. They have great prices. They were really straightforward on shipping prices. They sent me like a spreadsheet of all of the different prices of statues that they were shipping out at the time, which I did share on my Discord. So if you guys are interested in stuff like that, definitely check out my Discord. I'll have links down below. But yeah, for this statue, you're looking at $445 with Dream of Animes. And again, you have to consider that you are getting 4, even 5 statues if you're considering Ymir back there in one, and baby Eren. So that's a good price because just alone, Chikara Studios, the studio that we looked at earlier, they actually made a statue of this version right here. That alone was around 250 bucks plus shipping probably 300, and that's just one statue. They did also make a statue of this guy, not Chikara Studio, I don't remember the studio, but that also was around 200, 250. So just these two alone would have put you over 445. So the fact that you're getting those two plus all these other versions of Eren, I think that price is worth it considering what you're getting. So yeah, just always put those kind of things into account when you're looking at the prices for these guys. I'm going to speed through the rest of these statues from 2 weeks ago, April 3rd to the 9th, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the statues released last week, April 10th to the 16th. So first up right here, we have this Enel. This is from Last Sleep Studios. They are known, Last Sleep is another very well-known statue manufacturer, and I personally love their concept, especially their DBC statues, which we do have one coming up. But here's Enel. For any of you guys that like Enel, there are two versions. You can either get him like this without the special base, or you can get this one right here, which is the obvious choice in my opinion. It will be a lot more expensive, but I mean, it looks awesome. So I would definitely suggest this one over just the base version. But if you don't have the budget for this one and you like Enel, this is a good option. Moving on, here's the other Last Sleep statue. This one is a Dragon Ball Z, and I loved this one. Like, I really did like this one, but I didn't like the price. Like I said, they're a pretty well-known statue manufacturer. Even though they are unlicensed, they've developed a pretty good reputation, and now their prices do reflect that. This one was about over $650 for a 1/6 scale. So you do have two versions here. You can have him with the black hair or the white hair. I personally prefer the black hair just because you do get that bloody face. I think it looks really cool. Had they included a bloody face here with the white hair, I probably would have displayed him like this, but unfortunately I won't even be getting him. But here's the full concept. Man, I love the way this looks. It looks beautiful. The base is a little strange, to be honest. I'm not a fan of the G or the gold dragons here. They don't even look like any of the dragons from Dragon Ball, like Shenron or anything like that. So that's a little strange, but everything else is top tier. Like, oh my god, I love the LEDs, I love the clear resin, and I love the way Goku looks. Beautiful piece, and I'm jealous about anyone who got it because this thing did already sell out almost everywhere. Moving on, we got another Marin statue. So I feel like for her, a new statue gets released pretty much every week. And this one was the one that was announced that 2 weeks ago, basically. And I personally, this has been my favorite one thus far. I love her face. She looks really good in this one. I think they did a great job with her face sculpt. I love the way her wavy hair looks and how the gradient looks from like the blondish to the reddish tips. I think it looks really good. I believe that is canon. And overall, I just like the pose. I think it's a really nice, playful pose. Here's the full look at the statue. There is two versions. Well, actually, there's two ways to buy this. You can either buy the standard version, which includes her as you see her here with the clothes on. And there's also an EX version, which is not suitable for work. It does, basically, you have her with all of her clothes off. So if any of you guys are interested in that, check it out. I mean, the price for her was around 290 bucks. But yeah, personally, this is the best concept that I've seen so far. Moving on, oh my god, Studio Ghibli. This studio, I've never heard of them. OPM, it reminds me of One Punch Man. But this was like a really great concept. I love the way this one looks. My wife, she's a big fan of Studio Ghibli. So when she saw this, she actually wanted me to get it for my son to put it in his room. Then I told her the price. This one will cost you over $500. So once I told her that, she's like, never mind. We don't need that for him. So unfortunately, I won't be getting this one. But if they ever do make like a house moving castle statue, that one will definitely be added to the collection because here are their other concepts. If I scroll over a few slides, and man, they just look amazing. This one looks really great. This guy from Ponyo, again, not my favorite anime. It's actually my least favorite of Studio Ghibli's that I have seen. Man, I love the statue. It looks beautiful. Like I would love to add this to the collection if it was like if it was in the $250 range. I wouldn't have mind adding like these two to the collection. I would probably pick these all up just because they're so great. And here's the Spirited Away concept. You can only see a silhouette right now, but again, just like the other two, it looks awesome. Like this dragon right here, I can tell that that's gonna look spectacular once we get the full concept. But yep, unfortunately, because of the price, because of the name Studio Ghibli, these usually do tend to go for exuberant prices. But yep, I'm hoping that they make a house moving castle one day. All right, moving on, they actually made it. They actually made a statue of a piece that I had been waiting for. Like, I had always said that I really wanted somebody to make a piece of Minato versus Toby right here when Minato smashes Toby to the ground like this. But that I see it, I honestly don't really like it. Just concept-wise, Hit, one of the members on my Discord, he did point out a few things that I totally agree with. So right here, all you mainly see as far as like the characters right here is Minato's cape. You don't even really see his face just because he's facing down. And really you only just see his head if you're looking at the statue head on. And Toby as well, if you're looking at the statue head on, you would only see his side profile, which I don't know. Now, for me personally, this was a miss, even though I really had been anticipating a studio making one of these. And the fact that Surge did this, which Surge Studio is one of the bigger known Naruto statue studios, the fact that they did this and I don't love it, I don't know, I have pretty low expectations for anyone else that tries to make the statue again. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like it? Oh, I forgot to mention too that this was the original concept. They actually had Kurama down here for some strange reason. He was never there in the scene from the anime, but they just decided to add on more here. They did fix that with this one here on the right, but I still am not a fan. So yeah, that's it for the announcements from 2 weeks ago. Let's go into the announcements from last week. Thankfully for last week, there wasn't too many that I have to show you guys, so this part should be a little bit quicker. But this first one, I just found hilarious that they actually made this piece. It is actually a WCF statue, so it is a miniature version, and I'm honestly considering picking it up just for the memes. I think it's pretty hilarious. We have Yamcha there, dead as he usually does from the series. It's kind of like an ongoing joke at this point about Yamcha always dying throughout the series. Yeah, if we go to FNC, they do have him for $69. If you guys find this hilarious like I do, maybe you would consider picking this one up. It won't break the bank at $69. I've never had a WCF shipped from FNC, but I imagine their shipping would be lower than $35. I'd expect maybe even like 20 to 15 bucks. So it would be less than 100 bucks to get this guy. So yeah, I'll leave that up to you guys. Moving on, oh my god, I really loved this one. We have Aizen-sama, and he has these cool dragons behind him, which I don't remember him ever using this ability in the anime or in the manga, but I could just be forgetting. I don't know, if you guys remember this, let me know, but I don't remember ever him using this ability, but I can't deny that it looks awesome. Like, this is just a 2D concept art, but I am definitely interested in this one. If I scroll over one, we do have sort of like I believe this is still a rendering, but you can get a better idea of what this will look like. And so far, I'm liking what I see. I even like this right here. It looks like he's snapping his fingers or something, and we have some lightning or something coming from his fingertips and kind of all the way around, all around his body and even into the blade, which I think that looks cool as well. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be paying attention to this one, and I can't wait to see the final concept. Moving on, we have Full Metal Alchemist. I know a lot of you guys love Full Metal Alchemist. I believe this one is licensed. For a licensed piece, the price was actually not that bad. It was around 500 bucks. And I have no clue what this eye and this door and all this stuff is back here. I honestly think it looks kind of weird, but maybe you anime fans might understand what this is all about. But just this part down here, I think looks pretty cool. I know this guy's name is Alphonse, close to mine, Alfonso. I don't remember his name. He's the main character, and I haven't seen the anime or read the manga, so I don't remember the name. But over here, you do get a little bit of a close-up to his arm. I think the details look really nice. Again, usually with licensed studios, little details like that are done very well. So I can imagine that that's going to be the case here. But yeah, overall, cool looking statue. I like this part, not so much this part, but again, probably if I watched the anime or something, I would probably think it looks really cool. All right, moving on, we finally got Giant Studios to continue their line. I was worried that they were gonna stop it and we weren't gonna get any more pre-orders, but thankfully the Beast Titan did go up for pre-order last week. I pre-ordered him the second he went up for pre-order. I honestly think so far this might be my favorite one. I really like the Armored Titan, but damn, does this one look really cool. The Beast Titan isn't one of my favorite Titans to begin with, but I just think he looks really cool. I love the pose. I love the way, again, the smoke effects or the steam effects are kind of enveloping his body here. I don't know. I personally just think it looks cool. And here is the lineup. So we got the Armored Titan, the Female Titan, and Eren, which are all released. Eren is shipping to me, so he should be here pretty soon. This guy just went up for pre-order, so we won't see him yet, but you can see every time that one goes up for pre-order, they kind of replace the 2D art with a picture of the actual statue. So that's how these four are looking right now. And I'm hoping that next they actually do the Warhammer Titan. This one right here looks awesome. I love this concept right here. And I'm really hoping that they make that one next, just in case they don't complete the line. I would prefer to have these five over these five over here. Although the Cart Titan looks pretty cool as well. Here's to hoping that they actually complete the line, and all that's missing is we haven't seen the concept of the Jaw Titan. So hopefully we see that soon as well. All right, and as always, last week there was another Marin statue announced. So here's what we got last week. We got kind of like a 2-in-1 where we have her in her school uniform here on the left, and on the right we have her in that infamous scene where she's stripped down to her bikini. And I'm gonna be honest, for this one, I'm not a big fan of the face sculpts right now. They're not looking the best. I don't even know what studio this is. Maddox Studios. I don't know, never heard of them, but honestly, for most of these Marin statues, they're all kind of unknown studios making them. They all just want to make a quick buck. So I can't really speak to what the quality of the final version of these would be. So to be safe, I would honestly just wait for a licensed PVC figure, which one has been announced recently. I probably should have put that here, but I didn't, I'm sorry. But yeah, that one was announced a few weeks ago now, and it should be coming pretty soon. If I remember correctly, it's a figure of her in her school uniform. All right, moving on, we got a pretty cool looking Mitsuri statue. Blackpink Studio. So Blackpink Studio has been making these sort of like futuristic Demon Slayer statues. And I honestly do like this one. I think it looks pretty cool. I love the base. I think she looks really cool, everything that she's wearing. But I don't know. I don't think I'll be adding this one to my collection just because it will look really off with the rest of my Mitsuri and just Demon Slayer collection overall with this futuristic look. So I won't be adding it to the collection, but I can't deny that it does look really freaking cool. So if you guys are interested, for the 1/6 version, it's going for $310, but honestly for this one, at this price difference, I would honestly go for the 1/4 scale. You're only looking at about a $70 difference between the 1/6 and the 1/4 scale. So yeah, I think she would look great as a 1/4 scale statue. Here are also a few more pictures of her. You can see the side profile looks pretty good. I really like the jacket that she's wearing. I think the jacket looks pretty cool. And here's a close-up of the pretty cool looking base. I'd imagine that this LED would honestly look pretty cool in the dark. Just that pink light illuminating Mitsuri from the bottom, I think would look really cool. All right, now I wanted to share this because maybe you guys can help me decipher what the heck this is. But RD Studios, they're one of the newer studios that have been making some pretty cool concepts. They made some Hunter x Hunter ones that I am picking up. They made the Unohana Bleach statue, and now they're announcing this. This is a teaser, but I can't tell what it is. Like, I would think that it's Yoruichi, but I'm honestly not sure. So you guys looking at this, what do you think this is? Actually, you know what? It might be Yoruichi. Now that I look at it, these are the ears. I can see it now. So these are the ears. I believe this is her hair. And yeah, I'm convinced now that I think it is Yoruichi. So hopefully we'll see the full concept in the next coming weeks, and I will let you guys know what this was. But for now, I'm going with Yoruichi. I think it looks pretty cool so far. All right, so you guys remember that Last Sleep Goku statue that I just showed you guys? Well, here's a similar statue for Vegeta. Now, I've never seen him in this purple hair, but apparently that is a new version of him from the manga. And so far, I'm liking what I see. I can't wait to see him in this form in the anime. I think it looks pretty cool. And again, I just love it when the statues do this type of clear resin effect. I think it looks really cool. This would look really nice paired up to that Goku. This is actually a different studio, so they're kind of, I guess, copying Last Sleep Studio, but hey, it looks great, so I don't blame them. Personally though, I think I actually like this bust better. So it'd be cool if you could change this bust and then replace the head, which I'm pretty sure you should be able to do. It'd be pretty dumb of them if they didn't let you do that. But yeah, for this one, there are a bunch of different options. You have a 1/4 scale, which are right here. You're looking at 367 or 467, or the 1/6 version, you can get him for as low as 284, which, wow, that's actually pretty cheap. 284? What is this low version? What's the difference? Let's see if we can find out. All right, so here's the difference between 1/4 and 1/6. This is definitely much bigger. Okay, and here's what you get for that difference in the price. So the cheapest version, you will just be getting this pose right here, which honestly, that alone looks pretty great. So if you guys don't care for the purple hair or this extra head bust, as well as these sub bases, maybe this is the way to go. But honestly, I'm a sucker for all these extra stuff. So if I were to get this one, I'd probably get this version right here. which if we go back, that would cost $350. So it's about a $65 price difference to get an extra bust, 2 sub bases, and 2 extra heads. Which for me, yeah, I'd say that's worth it. All right, and we've made it. This has been probably my longest video. Yeah, I've been recording now for 55 minutes. Crap. But yeah, finally we have this G5 Minato statue. And again, I'm a sucker for G5. I'm a sucker for WCF, and I've mentioned it before. G5 is my favorite studio, and damn do I love this concept. Personally, I like this more than Cloud's studio version of this. I don't know, I just love the way Minato look. His pose looks super cool. And we also have these chains, which is not in Cloud Studio, which this is just a good example of how what I said before, that they can just pack so much more extra details into these WCF scale statues because of their smaller scale and their lighter weight. They can do little things like this. Yeah, I honestly love it. Unfortunately though, this one is a little bit above my price range for WCF. It does go for, I might be wrong, but it goes for $350 if I'm not mistaken, or $250. Crap, I don't know, one of those two. It's also really difficult to get, actually. You couldn't get it from any of the sites that I normally shop at. So yeah, I won't be getting it, but one of the members of my Discord, he already told me that he is getting it, and he will actually be send it to me for review. So I still will be showing it off on my channel, and I'm actually really excited to show this one off on the channel. So thanks again, Nike Tech, for allowing me to review this one on my channel. I can't wait to get it. And with that, we are done with this statue news update. This was a little bit of a long one. If you guys stick through to the end, thank you, but I don't blame you if you guys did drop off towards the middle or something there. But all right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you guys want to see some more statue related content, check out these videos over here to the right, or you could also join the Discord. Links in the description down below. I'll see you guys on the next one.